Boys, welcome back. I'm glad you can make it, glad you're here, glad you're watching this video. And welcome back to the Jed channel, the channel where I sit in front of my microphone and talk for 5-10 minutes. I don't know how long this will be, but I assume 5 or 10 minutes. You know, it's funny, when I upload YouTube videos on my main channel, I usually get like 10,000 views in the first, 12 hours or something, first 10 hours. And it's really satisfying, and it's, you get used to it really fast. So I was a little surprised when I uploaded my last video and it got 4 views in a week. 4 views in an entire 7 days. It's kind of nostalgic. I used to upload and be happy if I got 25 views in a day, like a whole 24 hours. So 4 views in a week is kind of back to my roots, and I'm not displeased about it. Maybe someday I'll shout this channel out on my main channel, get some more views on these videos, but right now, you know what? I'm happy with 4 views. I'm happy that 4 of you sat down, watched this video, and enjoyed it. So welcome back to Jed. And today I want to talk about a little something called getting older, growing up, because it's something we all have to go through, and I'm going through it right now. I guess we're all going through it right now in some manner of speaking, but I'm in the traditional sense, I'm going through it. One of the big things that you hear a lot as a kid is don't grow up. Stay young, stay a kid, enjoy your time as a kid, because life gets harder when you get older. And it's one of those things where as a kid, you kind of ignore, you kind of push aside. You're like, no, I want to have responsibility, and I want to be able to do what I want. I don't want to listen to mommy and daddy and go to bed at 8 p.m. I want to stay up till midnight and eat ice cream all night. That's what I want. And you know what? In some sense, that's actually completely true. I can stay up as late as I want and eat as much ice cream as my heart desires. Not that I'll feel good after, but I can do it is the point. I can do that. However, I do get it now. And I'm sure I'll get it more in the future, to be honest. I'm still quite young, relatively. But getting old is harder in a lot of ways. Plus, I gotta pay taxes this year. Taxes. Are you kidding me? I felt like that was like a theoretical that would never happen. I feel like Mr. IRS would always threaten to knock, but he would never actually knock on the door. And here he is, banging away, saying, give me my money, give me my money. And I'm like, I don't want you to have my money. I worked hard for that money. I like money. And he's saying, I don't care, fork it over. And I'm gonna have to fork it over. So, quite a world we live in. But regardless, I gotta pay taxes this year. That's what I was saying. I've gotta pay taxes. I gotta apply to colleges. I don't know if you guys know exactly how old I am. I'm sure you can figure it out very easily. I've said several clear clues in a lot of videos and probably some live streams. But I am at the age where I'm applying for colleges, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in the world. But I am in the semi-unique position of knocking on colleges' doors and begging them to take me, saying, hey, I promise I'll add value to your school. College is one of those things that people always talk about your whole life, saying, oh, gotta study for college, get good grades so you get into a good college. Do this so you get into college, play sports so colleges will take you. A lot of stuff like that. And to some extent, it's definitely true. I honestly think that if I went to college, I'd major in history. History, boys. I mean, if you know anything about colleges or the United States, you know that history is not a major that's incredibly useful. There's a lot more useful ones out there, like business or like, I don't know, engineering. And I'm not doing any of those. I'd probably do history because I like history. I just enjoy the subject more than a lot of things. And history is one of those subjects that you learn a lot, you grow as a person, you understand how the world works, but you don't get a job out of it. And that's what I'm curious about is, do I need a job? I'm a YouTuber and I make good money from it. At a pretty young age, at my higher teens, I make good money from YouTube. But the real question is, do I want to do YouTube full time? I could just graduate high school, because spoiler alert, I am in high school. I could graduate high school, go off into the world, and become a YouTuber. Rent an apartment in the middle of some city, in the middle of bumfrick nowhere, sit in a dark room all day, record, edit videos, post them, get views, make money, and repeat the process forever and ever. But that doesn't sound fulfilling to me. I know that's a lot of people's dreams. I know a lot of YouTubers want that to happen, and I know that's what they're going for. And you know what? Dream big. Go for what you want. But I'm just not so sure. One of the big reasons that I would go to college, or that I plan to go to college, is for the social aspect. I like people. I like having friends. I like being able to do things with people. And you don't get that from sitting in a dark room all day making videos. You get that from going to college, meeting people, having experiences, doing things, getting hobbies, learning what you want to learn. And I just don't think I want to skip out on that. I think that's something that I want. But at the same time, I want to keep making YouTube videos. Even if I get a job, YouTube's a great side hustle. It's a great thing to do, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the community I have, the people that I have on YouTube, and to be honest, the money I made along the way. The money, boys, is pretty freaking good for someone my age. Just to be Anne Frank, it's pretty freaking good money. But I just don't know if that's what I want to do with my future. If I want to get a quote-unquote real job and go work in an office around people. To be fair, there'll be social settings if I go work in an office. Probably. Maybe I'll work online. I don't freaking know. But I'm just not sure what I want from a real job, or if I want a real job, or if I want to be a YouTuber. I mean, it's just complicated, boys. There's a lot to process here, a lot of things to take into consideration, a lot of things to think about. And I just remember that 4 years ago, even 2 years ago, to be honest, I didn't have this stress. Heck, 2 years ago, I remember very distinctly, I had a conversation with one of my friends, and we were like, oh, the future is scary, but we got 2 more years of high school. Who cares, man? We're young, we have time, and now we don't have time. Now the time has finally come, we've moved on, and we're all getting ready to move on with our lives, and I don't want to be left behind. And that's kind of a weird thing to put out there, because in a lot of ways I'm ahead, not behind. But if you don't go to college, it's just a fact that you're often behind socially. Your friends go off and leave you in the dust. they meet people, they have experiences, they do things, they get hobbies, and you don't have those things. You're in the same position you were 2 years ago. Maybe not financially, but in terms of what you've done with your life. And that's not to say that I don't want to do that. That's not to say I don't want to be a YouTuber potentially full time, but I just simply don't know. And I think I need to go to college to have that experience and to know those things. And I hope all that made sense, but what I'm just trying to say is that, you know, getting old is hard. Growing up is hard. It's just kind of nice that I have the opportunity to sit down behind this microphone and just talk about what I'm thinking. Just say my thoughts, and hopefully the 4 people who listen to this and watch this, because this Fortnite gameplay is going hard right now. I know it is. I know you're hooked to the screen right now, wondering, is he going to hit this shot? Boys, don't worry. I promise you, I will hit that shot. But, you know, getting old is harder, and growing up is harder, and we all have to go through it, but that doesn't make it any less hard. So wherever you are in life right now, I hope that you've learned how to grow up, and hopefully I will too. So I guess only time will tell, and I'll probably watch this in 10 years and laugh at my old self for being so wishy-washy and unsure what he wants. So, future Jedward, I'm sorry. I'm just doing what I do best, which is think. Anyway, boys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Jed channel, and I'll see you, I don't know, hopefully next week if I keep remembering to do these. I'm not sure how long that'll last, but yeah. See you later, bye, and thank you for watching. Have a good one.